you'd like to come up and take a photo with me, we will do that, okay? So I apologize, but they're going to kick us out of here in a short period of time, so we have to progress. So can we get every single person who's out there in the kitchen to come back in? And can we get every single person who might be out there on that side to come back in so that we can do this the right way? Close up shop for 10. Ready? 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 Yes? 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 Are we bringing everybody in from over there? Are we bringing in everybody in from over there? All right. We good? We ready? We ready? We ready? We ready? We ready? 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 Ready. Let's get everybody back in from over on that side. All right. So I want to thank you all for coming here tonight. We only get one time a year to actually bring everybody back together and celebrate all of the accomplishments that go on throughout the course of a year. This was an emotional year for me, obviously, because it represents a great deal of changes in my life. Most of them, maybe all of them, have been for the positive. So, as some of you may have heard, I got married. Thank you, over there. Joe, thank you. Joe, thank you very much. And then, I had a baby. Who's supposed to be here for this thing, so I don't know. Whoever knows where my child is right now, please let me know. Anybody who can get my child back in here? Okay. Mr. DJ. A little lighter, okay. And also it represents the 10th year of all of the stuff that we've been doing. When I first walked, I was reflecting back on the first time that I saw Hostos and tried to grapple with the idea of not knowing that, after living in the Bronx for all of my life, not knowing that there was Eugenio Maria de Hostos Boulevard, and not knowing that the cross-section of 149th Street in Grand Concourse was this beautiful place that I now call home. Thank you, Maria. So I thought about it. I interviewed in the summer with VP Cruz and other people, and they told me I got the job, and then they didn't hire me until November. So I waited around for a long time. But as I tell you, when you guys go out for interviews or talk to people or want to get an internship or a scholarship, I send you, go and talk to them. So I actually drove up here one day. I had a car, and I drove up here and caught Dean Cruz, not VP Cruz, Dean Cruz, the then provost, Carmen Caballas Vega, and the dean of the academic affairs, outside walking in the street. They had just come back from Giovanni's. They probably had a couple of drinks. Cut that out of camera. And but they probably had lunch. And I walked up to them, and I shook Dean Cruz's hand, and I just wanted to check in with you and see how things were going. And he shook his head, and he said, I think it's going to be good. Just give it a couple weeks and call Linda Nieves. Everything. If you need anything, call Linda Nieves. What was weird about it is that the provost looked at me, and the dean of academic affairs looked at me, and I thought, no, I don't have the job. They don't really like me. They don't really think very much of me. But Dean Cruz saw something in me, VP Cruz saw something in me, and he believed in an idea that I had for what this could be. And at the very beginning, I've told this story many times, he gave me this flash drive full of all of the leadership programs that are going on all around the country. He's like, take this and come back with a mission statement. And I looked at it, and I spent about a week with it, and I said, there's no way that any of this is going to work here. I'm from here. And the people who I'm going to work with are going to be from here too. And so we started from scratch. And the people who have been around for that long period of time, Maria Delgado, or Maria Ham, Marie Jo Arthas, Maria Vasquez, and some of the others that are in here know that I sat down with each and every one of them in my office and had a personal conversation with them and asked them what it was that they wanted from this leadership program. And so they deserve a great deal of applause from you all because they set the precedent that we now follow. I'm fighting with my DJ. You know, those first 27 individuals who represented the Leadership Academy had great ideas, had silly ideas, but they all had ideas and they brought them to the table. And over the course of the 10-year history, everybody who's in this room, everybody who represents the membership of our 10-year participation in the program added a little bit to it. Whether it was Pot Soup Kitchen and Carrie Ann McHale, or it was Sandra Mae Flowers going out and asking for free gifts from stores on 3rd Avenue that we could give to people who were in need, all the way up to all of the stuff that we have done this year. I take pride in all of the things that you've accomplished, the alumni, the current members, and the future members of this organization, because you represent something much more valuable than anybody can ever put into words. That includes me. And the fact that somehow, in some small way, you represent me in much the same way that I feel I represent you makes me feel like I'm doing something very positive with my life. And so I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for all that you do for me on a day-to-day basis and everything that you do for the world in your lives. My father's like, when is this thing going to end? You know, I have to go home and go to sleep, the whole thing. Oh, okay. My sister's, that's my sister. She's telling us he's been hysterically crying. Can my wife and my daughter come up on stage with me? So last year, the baby was down here somewhere, and we said she'll definitely be here this year. So this is her first. She wore green. That was a big debate. It went on for days with Marley and I, not Mom, just Marley and I. So for those of you that are joining us, the Winter Workshop participants, the Volunteer Corps members, our friends from around CUNY who came and visited us at the Winter Workshops, family and friends, what we do here tonight is not something that's super extraordinary. But for us, it's like, you know, being embraced by your mom, or kissing your child, or getting a pat on the back from your father when you do something good. So it's kind of corny, right? But we're going to do it. Thank you, Jonathan. We've done it for 10 years. Now, this candle is the original candle, believe it or not. It is 10 years old. It's been beaten up pretty good. Had good days and bad. But it is the one thing that represents us fully from the first 10 years. And what you have in front of you, I hope, on your table are the branded candles. We are now too many ever again to be able to use real candles in the cafeteria. And do we have somebody on lights for this whole deal? No? We have someone on music, thank God. So, Ronald gave me some matches, which I sweated through, so we'll see if this actually works. Don't tell public safety I did this. We don't have a fire extinguisher. Hey. Okay, hold it. All right, here we go. I'm going to try this. My sister is giving instructions, Carlos. Okay, cool. So, it's going to take a while. Hold on. So, it's in celebration of 10 years. It went out. It's not that easy. Yeah, there will be year 11. Okay. In celebration. Oh, God, I hope this stays on. In celebration of 10 years of the Hostos Student Leadership Academy and all the hard work and diligence, your veracity, your charm, your ability to make change in the world that you live in, and your willingness to give of yourself without asking for anything in return, I ask you to help me celebrate the passing of this torch, the sharing of our knowledge and experience, and the great love that I have for you. And now, let's see if Marley gets excited about this. We lost her.
We lost her.
And now Snapchat it, Instagram it, Facebook it. I'll be checking it out tonight when I can't go to sleep, trying to remember all the things I couldn't remember. Marley, 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 woo!
That's how you do it.
And to the future.